All right, good morning. Joe and I just started at Bowman Trailhead, and we actually only made it to the campground, which is not very far, like maybe a quarter of a mile. And we just wanted to kind of stop and take a photo. I thought I'd show the campsite because it is really quite beautiful. Like if you're going to come and do part of the trail and you're through hiking, or if you are doing section hikes, this is a good place to like camp very close to your car, but also feel like you're in the middle of nowhere and in the middle of nature. I don't know how busy it gets, but this is a Saturday morning and there's nobody here, and it's pretty perfect weather. It's a little chilly. It's like 30 degrees this morning, and it might rain later on tonight, but you know, like drizzles, not like anything major. Anyway, here's the campground. So it overviews, or it looks at the lake, and there's the campsite where you have your tent pad and a table and a little fire grid over here. But what a beautiful place to camp and wake up. It's kind of luxurious. Joe is getting a photo of the lake, as you can see down there. Today our plan is to hike out about 25 miles, camp, and then come back to the van. So we're just doing it out and back today, or this weekend. We had a lot of things going on in our life, and we're going to do it out and back, which is nice. It feels kind of good. That's a different blaze than I usually see. We're on the road right now. We're getting closer to the Pier Marquette, and this is a small stream that probably leads to it, but it's just really beautiful. I just kind of wanted to show where we are.
If there were black flies out, this is where the black flies would be. They like water at the areas like this.
Right.
Cold running water.
Today I'm trying a new backpack. I've used this backpack on one 8-mile trip, but it is the Gossamer Gear Gorilla, and I'm super stoked about it. It feels really good. It's the first time I've used a belted pack in a while. We're about 5 miles from the Bowman trailhead, and we're now seeing the Pier Marquette. And I wanted to show because it is so beautiful. And this would be a really perfect place to camp, I think. Might be too close to the trail, but...
There's a road out here too.
Hey, so we just crossed US 10, which is right over there, and you can probably still hear it. And the trail takes a little bit of a turn. I just thought this was a nice kind of old school sign that you can see there. And you can actually see a campground over here. All right, we've been walking along and seeing a couple of these painted rocks. I thought I'd show you one. And there it is. That is what the trail looks like. We are getting close to McAllister Lake, but I'm not quite sure how far away. All right, so a little while ago I mentioned that we were almost to McAllister Lake. That was totally not true. We're still about 5 miles from McAllister Lake. We've come about 10.5 miles so far today, and it's going good. It's getting really windy. About a mile and a half ago, we were on the trail, and we heard a big tree fall or a branch fall from the upper parts. It's pretty scary. Makes you think twice about where you're walking after you see that happen, because that would have been pretty dangerous if it would have fallen on one of us. Hey, so it started raining a little bit, and we're in our rain jackets and getting some water at this beautiful little creek with these really pretty yellow flowers. Look at those, so nice. And there's Joe filling up his water.
Can I get you some?
Sure, if you're willing.
Yeah, can't be a problem.
Here it is. We use the Sawyer squeezes like everybody else. All right. Oh my gosh, it is so beautiful right now. We just crossed, I don't actually know what river this is. There's Joe. But it is just stunning. This is the Vince Smith Memorial Bridge. I just saw the sign. And it kind of smells like white cedars and pines warm in the sun. It's really amazing. And yeah, I could stand here all day and just take it in. Look at the wood fungus. We started a little later today, so it's probably like 2:30, 2:45. And we're gonna go about 8 more miles, turn around, and then do a few miles back. So tomorrow will be a little bit of a shorter day. Here's the trail. This past weekend, we were hanging out with some of our close friends in Wisconsin, Team B, and they had, on our hike we went on, they had this, and it was so delicious, just to open it up and to, just like almost like it's a gel or a goo, and I got some, and I'm super excited to have some now. So thanks, Team B. Also, Z, I wish you were with us. All right, so Joe is taking a photo, and I am laying down on the pine needles with my feet on my back and watching the pine trees in a tree garden. Come about 24 miles, and we have about 7 more to go before we actually camp, and less than 4 before we reach the turnaround. There's Joe setting up his camera, and it's pretty awesome. He's gonna take a picture of that stump, I think, over there, right there. So the wind is blowing pretty hard. It's pretty calm right now, but I did make sure I found a place where there were no dead trees nearby. So while I lay down, hopefully nothing will hit me. I am keeping my sunglasses on though, just in case, because the pine needles are coming down pretty fast. It's kind of remarkable how much they move. All right, we have made it to the turnaround. We have some not great news. We got to our creek crossing. We were going to get water, and there was no water. All the creeks seem to be dry, so we're gotta figure out what we're gonna do. There was a kind of a murky area that we're gonna try to get water from. But this is our turnaround. Obviously we have to go to a trailhead so that we can park here next time.
Oh, I do remember.
I do remember. That's when they were. Yep.
It was all churned up when we were here.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So here's our trailhead. Figure out the water thing, because it's not looking good right now. I mean, worst case scenario, we have to go back to our car, which is 27 miles away.
Yeah.
Okay, Joe's right. There is this creek 6 miles away. We've done about a 50K, about 31 miles. We decided to go back to the other water source. So we're doing a little longer than we originally planned on today. Should be about 33, maybe 34 miles. Pretty soon we'll be back on the road walk, which will be about 3 or 4 miles.
The owl?
What?
Did you hear the owl?
I didn't. We'll be on the road for about 3 or 4 miles, and then we'll be back in the area where the water is. All right, the light is just so beautiful on this barn. Joe's taking a photo of it, but I just wanted to show it too because it is just stunning. So yeah, that's the barn. The light hitting the white cedar. I think it's white cedar. Just looks so stunning right there. Anyway, Joe's photo will be amazing, I'm sure. So we're about, I don't know, maybe 2 miles from the stream near where we're gonna camp. And we're on the road walk right now. It's really, everybody's so nice. They're all like waving and say like, hi. So that's really great. But here's the road. And where we came from. All right, we made it back to the bridge and we do have water now. Joe's gonna take a photo and I just wanted to kind of check in and say it's a beautiful, beautiful evening. I'm super excited about camping here. I wanted to show these ferns. Look at those, aren't those beautiful? All those fiddleheads. So there's Joe getting ready to set the photo. There's the river. It'll be really good water too, I'm sure. So, other side of the river. All right, we kind of lucked into a pretty cool campsite. We just we're looking for a place on a little bit of a ridge next to the swamp, and we found this place, which is actually somebody else's. Like, they've definitely camped here before. That's really good for us, but also for leave no trace principles. So yeah, we're just putting up our tent. Joe's taking the lead. I've got the stakes in my hand. I'm a really bad thrower. All right, it's getting really dark, so you may not be able to see this, but I wanted to show that we are having dehydrated beans with dehydrated cheese, and we're doing that now. Joe is changing his film out in his dark bag.
This is the life right here. This is the life.
There's our
Best
tent.
dark room in the world.
Yes. So yeah, these are our camp chores, and it's pretty nice night. I'm gonna have some bourbon in a minute.
Yeah, I mean, you can't argue with
yeah.
it. Look at this beautiful sunset over
Yep.
there. Hey, good morning. We are never at camp when it's light enough to actually show you camp, and actually I'm not sure it is now, but anyway, here we are. It is day 2 of our trip. We're heading back. We've got
Is it raining?
20 some miles to go. It just started raining. Awesome. we just got out of the tent, so we're gonna finish packing up and get on the trail.
Good morning. We're about 4 miles in, maybe 3.5. We're about at McAllister Lake. We're doing 21 miles today because we ended up doing like 35 yesterday. It is really nice. It is kind of sprinkling, but probably like 50, 52 degrees, you think, Joe?
Yeah, it's probably mid-50s.
Yeah.
Feels nice.
It feels really great. This was a trip of trying new things. I'm wearing some REI silk long tights because my Patagonia silk weight tights stopped fitting me. They're about 10, maybe 12 years old. So we've definitely got our use out of them, but it was time to get something else that was lightweight and easy to wear on days when it's like 30 to 50. And they're doing really well. I was a little worried about how they would be in the rain, but I like it. Joe and I are also both trying new backpacks. He's got the Hyperlight.
It's the Hyperlight Southwest 3400.
Nice. And I've got the Gossamer Gear Gorilla. I don't think there's any other options for that. Anyway, it's good. We put the camera away. There's the trail. It is starting to rain a little bit more than. Yeah, maybe it's time to put on the jackets.
Might be a jacket time.
Yep. All right, we'll check in later. Look, there's this beautiful garter snake. Do you see him? There he goes. So pretty. He's got his nice colors on. Little red tongue. Okay, I'm gonna leave you alone now because you look like you're getting upset.
Yeah, he definitely went into like.
Okay, so Joe almost split the steak and then I almost stepped on him, but here he is. I don't know if you can I give you the camera just so you can see him?
Yeah, you're afraid to get closer than that?
I am kind of afraid to get closer to him.
Oh,
I'm terrified of this guy.
look.
Joe,
Wow, he really
he's
is.
coming toward me. Oh my god.
Such a beautiful green color. Allison's not afraid of snakes unless they're pretty big and they have false rattling.
And he came toward me. Oh my gosh, wait a second.
I have to do some research about him.
What kind of snake is this?
I don't know. I've never seen that. I don't know Michigan snakes that well, and I've never seen one like that. Where did he go?
I could actually probably tell you where I went exactly.
He took off. Yeah, and he probably went down into the log. That was awesome. Evolution at work there.
All right, we are crossing the Pier Marquette. And we realized what kind of snake that was. That was a blue racer. And they are in fact aggressive, but non-venomous. There's only one venomous snake in Michigan, and it's like this little rattlesnake that is in swamps or something. But it wasn't venomous, but they do bite. And they used to be really common, but they're not terribly common anymore. I read the Wikipedia on it. Anyway, saw a blue racer, pretty cool. And we've been going about 15.5 miles, getting ready to get off the road walk and back on the trail. All right, we are about 2 miles from the van. We are feeling good. It's hot. It got really quite warm. I would say it's probably close to 80 degrees, 75 or 80, which is surprising for pre-May. Oh no, it's May 2nd now, I guess. May 1st or May 2nd. Here's what the trail looks like right now. And we are really looking forward to being back at the van where we have ice cold sparkling water and also a couple beers and some Jets pizza. So, whew. Hey, so we finished our hike and we got in the van and we totally forgot. We started looking at phones and started talking at messages and we totally forgot to do a closing. So here we are at Haymarket Brewing. Lots of people out here having a good time. And Joe is going to close us out. Oh, wait.
It was like trying to give you a... Yeah, so thanks for coming along on our adventure. We went from the Bowman Bridge, which was the 850 mile marker, to the Free Soil trailhead and back. Free Soil was whatever, I don't know, it was 27 miles out. We came back, we finished I think we did 35 miles yesterday and we finished the balance of it today, which was about 21 miles. So next week we're going to be back on the trail and we are starting at Free Soil and we're going to go someplace. We're going to finish the Dam to Dam. Yeah, 60 miles. So we'll probably be getting really close to the end of the Manistee, which is awesome. And I don't think that we've said this yet, but the following hike after that, we are going to be doing about a week long. Actually, we're not even sure exactly how we're going to do it. We're going to be going north and we're going to get real close to the bridge.
Maybe to the bridge, we don't know.
We're going to do a lot of miles. We're going to basically be going north for a week. So that's all ahead. Thanks for following along. I can't imagine, if you are still here, you're still listening to us talking, and you are not subscribed to our channel, you definitely should, because we're going all the way to Wisconsin, hopefully this year.
This year.
All right, take care. Next time.